off.
They are off. This is the third time the dogs have gone for a W today.
Nice.
But each time we've just gone, well, we're going to do what we're going to do now. Red barn,
back.
and back. And each time they've looked very disappointed, like, oh.
That's it?
Oh, that's all we're doing?
That's all we're doing?
Yep, that's all we're doing today, folks. Doggy dogs. Come on, Kansas, let's go.
Hey, but 3 times.
Let's go.
Not too shabby.
How you doing, Winnie boy? Getting kind of warm, isn't it?
Yep. 61 right now.
That's all it is? It feels very warm.
And that's super, as we're both wearing sweaters.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I'm also wearing my pajamas under my pants.
Oh my goodness.
I'm double layered.
Yeah, you're that's why you're feeling so warm. I mean, it's very nice out. I probably would be okay in a t-shirt, but I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm cozy comfy today.
Cozy comfy.
Cozy comfy. Hey ladies.
Where are they at? Oh.
And then, well,
1, 2.
There's
There's
Blanche.
Right there.
No, I thought she was a little bit further over. Maybe she wandered, but there she is. So, how was your weekend, Nathan?
How was the weekend?
Busy. We kind of did our own separate things on the weekend.
Yeah, let's see, I guess. Yeah, yesterday I did a little putzing around, ladies, on the house. I put the ceiling bathroom fans in, and just a couple little odd things here and there. And then you and I, which we can talk about in a little bit, did some work in the field, and I did some tractor work in the field.
We did some strategy sessions, some planning.
We did some strategery.
Strategery.
And when I say we, it's just her. I was just sitting there listening, going, okay.
He's like, okay, what does that mean?
Okay.
Where are you talking about?
Okay.
What is that?
If we haven't told you guys, we speak different languages. So when she says something, I think I understand, and then it turns out later that I didn't understand, and vice versa.
Yep.
So we were kind of talking the same thing. We were talking about trees and swales, but just not the same things.
That's all right. We both had a little bit slightly different idea, which is fine, and that's why we talk it out. And it's easier to go there and visually look at it and kind of, get a tape measure out and really understand the area and the scope and where the sun's going to be and where the shadows are going to be, and does this make sense? But I mean, I guess that's the good thing about us. We think of completely different things, so usually we cover most of the bases between the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what we're talking about is the fruit trees that we're gonna do a promotion sponsorship with. They're arriving in the next week or so.
They should be delivered in the next, shipped.
Shipped, yeah.
In the next week or so.
Yeah, so we have prep work to do in the field that's going to become our fruit forest or our food forest.
Yeah.
And so strategery, trying to figure out a general layout.
Yeah.
Where we want the trees to be, and then the general layout for that. And then I did some prep work by taking the tractor, which I never did get serviced because I never fixed my truck, our truck, to take it to get serviced. So we just took it off the trailer, and I took the rake, the field rake, and did some debris cleaning. And then today I started moving a bunch of
Debris piles,
huge debris pile full of stumps.
Yeah, from last year's clearing of because last year, if y'all remember, we cleared that quarter-ish acre, and so that we could replant fruit trees there, because the trees that were there were not good trees, so we didn't want to keep them. Do you want to go down this way so they can, or we can go down and back through the woods back the same way? Does that make sense?
Sure.
So they at least get a little different.
Sure.
They can go off-roading.
Like, oh, really?
They're like, oh, yes.
Yeah, so that'll be exciting. We're probably going to have the people that did the excavation work, the tree removal work, out to do a little bit of work in helping us
Little
get that
cleanup.
field. Yeah, some cleanup. There's a huge burn pile that needs to be manned
Yeah.
while it's burning. It is huge. And
We want to do a little more fence work and little driveway work, right?
yeah, priority is getting the field ready for the trees.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, that's what we were discussing yesterday and doing some work on today. I also went to the doctor today just for a general health check. So
All good under the hood?
I have a new doctor now because the doctor that I was seeing retired after only 2 appointments with him. So
What is that saying, Nathan?
coincidence.
Coincidence?
Yeah, I'm going with a coincidence. Things are starting to grow.
Yeah, it's very soft over here.
Yeah, it's always been soft over there.
It's interesting. I like walking in different paths and just kind of seeing where there's
there's a new pit. Let's see, is it a new pit? No,
No, it's not new.
Not new.
Either is that pile of poo.
Yep. Yeah, so for the next few days, I'm not going to really be working on the house, but
It's supposed to be really nice outside, so I want to take advantage because we've had some crappy weather.
I guess a huge storm is coming through. I don't know when, but I saw the thumbnail on Ryan Hall, y'all. Haven't
That's
watched the
going to
video
affect
yet.
us. Yep. This one looks like it's very active.
Yeah, this is the one where I put all those sticks to block the entrance.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's something. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Levi's
Levi.
like, okay, I want to go in there. What is it, Levi? What's in there?
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys don't pee on it.
You're such a farm dog. He's such a farm dog.
Funny boy. Yeah, we've had just really unpredictable weather the last few months where it's not done what the weather has been forecasted to do. Either we get worse storms than we were supposed to, we get missed when we were supposed to get hit. It's just been weird. So everything we've kind of tried to prepare for or plan around has really not been very helpful.
That tree's gonna fall in the next windstorm. That thing is dead.
I think it's very dead.
It's very, very, very dead.
There's a lot of very dead trees that have
Yes.
been dead since we moved here
Yes.
that
Lots
are
of-
still standing strong.
Yep, and lots of fallen trees too. Yeah, the dogs really like that one.
It looks much more cleaned out than normal.
Yeah,
That's why I said it looked very active.
yeah. We should put trail cams here again. Last
Yeah.
time we did that, we saw a possum. Is what
Yeah,
we saw.
I think that's all that's in there is a possum. Because both possums and raccoon take over old dens that have been abandoned.
Okay.
So it could have it's not very big for a coyote den.
No.
So I mean, it could have been the start of one or a part of one,
Yeah.
but usually coyote dens are going to be a little bigger than that.
I hope so, because Levi's head doesn't even fit in it.
Yeah. But yeah,
But they're interested in it. Lots of smells.
It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, we can do trail cams again. We haven't done that in a while.
I want to do trail cams at the path down the creek too, down to the creek and the river.
Kinsbet, drop the walnut. Kinsley.
Drop it.
She's like, I'm just gonna finish it. Dad, I'm almost done. I swallowed it. No need to drop it, Dad. I've taken care of it. Yeah, so this weekend was the majority of my chick pickups. And so just have, I think it was 88 picked up in a day and a half, basically all day Saturday and one person on Friday.
Yeah, you were busy.
Very busy, yep. And then I have a batch of chickens that are going in lockdown today, a batch of eggs, and they'll be hatching by the 21st.
Are those the ones that were in the Bever coop? Or Bever coop?
Incubator.
Bever brooder?
Incubator.
Ah, my goodness. Stop talking, Nathan.
Words are hard. What is that?
That's a tire track from the lawnmower when I was trying to get that wood. Remember the story of getting? I made it all. I zigzagged.
You chose some interesting places to cross.
I had to find spaces between
where it's
the
wide
trees.
enough. Yeah. So those are an order of meat birds for a customer that I wasn't able to collect enough in the order that had just hatched.
Okay.
So I told her they were going to be about a week and a half later, and she was fine with that. So she's coming back to pick those up next week after they all hatch. And then I have a large order for my second March order in the incubator, and those are due to hatch the day I'm flying back into town from a work trip.
Well, at least you'll be back in.
I'm trying to fly home the night before. So as you know, if we have the same issue where they start hatching early, like they did last time, I should be home at least to take care of them, and you won't have to deal with it. But there might be a few that you have to move during the day, but it'll all be set up and organized and ready to go.
If it's labeled clearly and accurately, and
it will be.
I'll be happy to help.
Yeah. So, and then still taking orders for chicks. It's slowing down a little bit, which is good. But I think the only reason it's slowing down is because people don't want straight run. They only want pullets.
They want them eggs.
And so I'm not getting a bunch of requests because I'm honestly sold out of pullets until May because I've taken so many pre-order requests for grow outs and things like that I'm having to hatch a bunch. And so I have lots of extra cockerels, but not really extra pullets unless they want to do straight run as babies. So yeah, very busy.
Yes.
Kinsley May. Thank you. Another walnut.
Yep, she loves the black walnuts.
Yep, you know, throw it over there so so she can't get it.
And the little ladies, now they're right there.
Yep, standing under the tree. So yeah, and then I've been doing all of the research and organization for the food forest of how tall they get, how wide they get, what spacing they need, when they bloom, what I need to plant them near, all of that. So that goes into the strategery that we were chatting about with placement and whatnot. And then, yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be good to get all of that. And then we got a list of items that's going to be shipped to us.
Whole bunch of them.
Whole bunch of them.
Was it 15 or 12?
Oh, you're talking about trees.
Oh, you're talking about other things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you don't. I don't even think you saw the email yet.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh.
Is it?
Yep.
We told you guys that Greenworks reached out to us and asked if we wanted to test their tools and give honest product reviews. So.
Yeah, they're not paying us for it, but they're also not charging us for the product. But they want us to provide honest reviews and use them. And so he got back to me today, and the list is indoor and outdoor appliances or items, and some items we did not talk about at all that I was very surprised about.
Great. Well, we don't need a snowblower.
No, there's no snowblower. There's a blower on there, which I was like, oh, okay. And then some items that we did talk about that aren't on the list. So I was like, well, I said, we will give honest reviews and give them a shot, but we were hoping to use some of them for this project, and this is where the food forest is gonna go. And then also for my garden, that Oh, uh-oh. Chinese geese are getting chased.
Yeah.
The girls keep coming up. Uh-oh. She's all by herself. Where's the other one at?
I don't know. Yeah, the 2 Chinese geese,
The females, yeah.
they're out and about, and they've now come all the way out here, and shenanigans are chasing them
Very
off.
territorial.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of showing the work that you were doing with
Yeah.
some of the dragging and...
Yep. Just trying to, there's a bunch of sticks and rocks and stuff like that that I was just cleaning out just to kind of see how that rake worked. Works pretty good.
Got both tractors moving today?
I was doing the John Deere yesterday, and I was doing the Avant today.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get all the stumps out of that big mound of dirt right there. So did pretty good.
Yeah, you got a big pile
I got
going.
14 out in an hour.
Oh, wow.
So
Not horrible, yeah.
no, not bad.
We can just burn those down there,
Yeah.
hopefully, so.
Yeah. So making a video about that. So
Yeah, that'll be on the Kraemer Life. Cool.
yeah, lots of busy things.
There's always a lot to do. Lots to do. And I've got 3 hatching egg orders that I'll be collecting in the next couple days, over the next couple days. I know it wasn't on this channel that got asked, but just in case that viewer also watches this channel, I'll try to go back and answer it on the Kraemer Life chats. I haven't been good about answering questions in written. I just haven't had a lot of extra time. But somebody asked, how long can eggs sit out before incubating them? They thought they had to use them immediately, like collect them and immediately put them in the incubator. And personally, I do 7 days. I try to keep it within 7 days. So they can sit on a counter. Typically, it doesn't really honestly matter too terribly much how you store them, as long as it's in not in an area that's going to freeze or get really, really warm. Because if it gets super warm, it's going to start the process. And then your chicks will be at all different time frames. But if you keep them all at the same temperature in the like 50-ish time, like area, temperature area. Yeah, 50 Fahrenheit, not Celsius. That would, they'd all be dead. So if you kept them in that range, then you can typically have them up to 10 days. You can do it longer. I've known people that have done it over 2 weeks later.
Oh.
However, your fertility rate and the development rate just tends to decline. You don't have to rotate them. You don't have to move them. I just put them, you guys saw when we gave the tour, I just put them pointy side down in my normal egg tray, just as I keep them on the counter for us to eat. I don't do anything differently, except for I don't bring them in where I'm going to eat them. If I'm collecting them for customers, I keep them out in my extra area. I separate them so they're not confused, but not because they're not edible, but just because I'm going to make money off of them. So yeah, I would say do it within 7 days, but you absolutely can collect for at least a week and if you put them in the incubator the same day, they're all going to hatch within a day or so of each other, regardless if they're 7 days older or not, unless they were at a really warm temperature.
Right. Then
you're going to have a mess on your hands of them hatching all over the place. So yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. But I'll try to get in, and there were some good questions on the last Kraemer Life video that I saw the other day, and I was like, oh shoot, there's a lot of comments. I should probably try to see if I can get back to, or try to answer them. So
you should do thinking about buying chickens. Here's everything you need to know.
Type video. There's so many of those out there, though.
Are there?
Yeah, there's so many. Hatching 101s, like you can just put it in the search engine, and that's kind of why I've stayed away from doing a ton of those chicken videos, because I mean, not all of our viewers are interested in chickens, but there's so many of them out there, and so I'm just like, I don't know that I have anything new or novel to add. I guess it could be like a beginner, like if I can do it, you can too. How to create a hatching business just because you wanted to, but there's a big mound and pile.
There's a mess out here. Yeah.
There's new little things to think about. I always there's so many divots where we took out the trees and we just haven't leveled it back out.
Big old divot right here.
Yeah. You just kind of,
Yep.
you walk into them, and if at night, if you don't have, I just ordered a couple new flashlights that were higher lumens because we have the headlamps and we absolutely love the headlamps. They're fantastic, especially when we collect chickens at night. But when I have to go and check on a noise or try to find a chicken that's not in its coop at night and figure out where and which tree it's in, those headlamps just aren't bright enough. So I think it said it's 1,000,000 lumens. I don't know how that's even possible, but I was like, hey, and then
Is it a headlamp or a flashlight?
Flashlight. Oh. And then I also got some tactical flashlights, some smaller ones, so I can better candle my eggs because I like to do it at night, but the candler lights that come on the incubators just aren't that great. And I know that now that I'm getting to the quantity where there's 200 eggs at a time, that's a lot of work to take it, set it on the thing, look at it, where I could just flashlight, and not even have to take them out of their tray and look at them that way. Yeah. And tell if they're duds or not. So I'm like, it's worth the 10, I think they were like $7 a piece or something. So I was like, it's worth that for me to save my back and to save having to physically shuffle every single egg. Now I can just keep them on the tray and just so.
That works.
Yeah, so hopefully those are all supposed to come tomorrow, so I'm excited. And that's perfect because, well, lockdown's supposed to be tonight, but that's a very small batch. That's only 24. I'll be physically checking, I think, on Thursday, the 200 eggs for fertility and development to see how many of those are going to come out. I'm hopeful they're all fertilizing and developing, but if they are, I might have put too many in.
That'll be a lot.
Yeah, because last time I had 165. So I'm a good 45 more. It's gonna be a little bigger. Gonna be fun.
Yeah, anything else?
No, the weekend, I think we updated enough on like kind of what's coming. This is what's coming.
Yeah.
And this'll completely look different. In a year, it'll really, really look different. I think is kind of I think that's just common for us.
Yeah.
Every year, the parts of the property are just going to look completely different because it will have a different focus area.
Yep.
But I guess it's good to have these little videos so we can go back and be like, oh yeah. Because it's really hard for me to remember what this property looked like when we first drove onto it. And that was only 3 years ago. And it's kind of bonkers to me that it's like I remember I thought it was so cool, like just a dirt road coming up with all these trees. And I was like, and literally I said that and Nate was like, oh, it's a dirt road with some trees, cool. So what he said to me when I said I wanted to come look at this property. In that exact tone. And I was like, I think it's beautiful.
We're very different.
I was like, it's so pretty. I love the trees. And it has a creek somewhere. I was so excited.
Yeah.
But he was the first one to mention that he loved it.
Yeah. I mean, once I got here, yeah.
Yep.
It's very different.
But anyway, yeah, so it's good to be able to look back and...
I mean, it looked like that.
Yeah.
It
looked like that.
Looked like that. Yep. It was, yeah, exactly.
It was that. Because this is a little bit more see-through and a little bit more doable in spots. Yeah. It was a lot more low, crazy cedars and pines and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
very,
and that
very
started
about where the first set of wood
pallet
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a little opening right here. A little one, because I remember the video I did is I cleaned out all of this and the wood pile and stuff was here, but all the trees were still all the way down.
I think right where you're standing is where we had the first compost pile.
Yeah, somewhere like right in here.
After we processed.
Yep.
The mining and mow.
And then we've always had that, the path for the utilities. And then that little opening between the two tractors, I went in there and I cleared it all back in behind there in that video where I just did a bunch of mowing and a bunch of cleanup. And it's like, even watching and looking back at that, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, very, very, very different.
I was like, wow. Now it's like we have a whole bunch of yard.
Yes. Very, very, very different.
So funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Kenzie,
Ooh,
you
that
just
piece
find
is pretty.
a bunch of stuff. Yeah, these things are starting to weather pretty nicely.
I like this one with the weird, perfectly circular holes in it. I like weird pieces. I don't know. I just like weird things, huh?
I don't know what we're going to do with these, unless you want to put these up on the beam.
Yeah. I thought these were the pieces you picked for the beam. No? Is that the stuff
No,
that's in
the
the
ones that I
basement?
picked for the beam are down in the basement,
Okay.
or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
these were the ones that they weren't quite the right color, so we were weathering them more. Is that what
They
these
were
were?
just too small.
Oh, too small. Okay.
Yeah, anyway.